Icono 1 is an inertial ISO machine useful for the recovery of movement, for rehabilitation and for muscle strengthening, also in the performance field. Icono 1 is a unique machine that allows you to freely perform any type of movement, either mono or bilateral exercise in very little space. It is in fact the only machine on the market that, unlike other manufacturers that offer multiple systems, guarantees all possible exercises with just one limited tool or all dimensions. Icono 1 can be positioned in vertical or horizontal parking in a few moments. What is the workload to set up? The load depends on the user of the machine. Icono 1 allows the user who carries out the exercise to generate a useful workload in a simple and relevant way. According to his strength, he will rotate the flywheel disc that will accumulate kinetic energy and requires it proportionally to each concentric-eccentric cycle. With the same settings, exercises can be performed with very slow dynamic and relative low load generated, as well as exercises with higher dynamic and load that increases proportionally. All this depends exclusively on the user's ability to express more or less force and on the indications given by the therapist or coach. Icono 1 is composed of a main machine body which contains the heart of the machinery, that is, the rotating system consisting of cone and flywheel, 2 pulleys through which the rope passes traction, a system for adjusting the length of the portion of rope needed to unwind the exercise, and a carabiner to which to attach the tools of use. A set of 3 tubes join each other, forming the vertical rod on which one of the 2 pulleys can be positioned depending on the exercise to be carried out, and a flywheel protection casing. To generate more or less rotation inertia, the disc can be added or subtracted from masses, identified by the presence or absence of screws on the top of the flywheel disc, visible through the protection plexiglass and accessible through the 2 passage holes. By unscrewing the reference screw, the corresponding weight can be extracted, thus lightening the mass in the fly and decreasing its inertial capacity. To obtain more or less ease between the concentric and eccentric phases of the exercise, i.e. apply less force at the moment of inversion of the flywheel rotation, act on the pulley placed on the side arm of the frame, modifying the positioning identified by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. In position 1, the same pulley sends the rope back to the cone in the phases of rolling and unrolling towards its circumferences with a larger diameter, thus facilitating to the user the braking and the restart of the flywheel. In the climbing positions 2, 3, 4, the rope will wind the cone using fewer and fewer portions, thus making the phases of inversion of motion increased and demanding the need to apply higher strength. In the practice of use, for all movements and actions involving a direction vector parallel to the ground from top to bottom and also from bottom to top, the machinery comes used in vertical position with a rope passing in one pulley or in both. For particular squat type exercise, the machine is used in the horizontal position. In practical use, the machine can be used in vertical position with adequate solid structure anchor with the supplied elements, screws, plugs and knobs, or in horizontal position using the special platform included in the purchase kit. The eventual passage from one position to another can be achieved in short time.